WTIC News Talk 1080.
All right, we're doing some sports here. Thanks, Sam. Alden Davis is here, and, of course, bringing with him, as he always does, donuts from the official donut provider of the Saturday morning show, Luke's Donuts at West Avon Road at Country Club. And nice selection today, Ali, so thank you very much for those marvelous donuts. They are good. I've got to tell you, they are good. Hey.
Well, you remember the days of generic products in the grocery store? Those plain yellow packages with the food item labeled in black?
Yeah.
Well, are you a generic employee, or is there something special about you? Get ready for some real coaching today on image management, the power of perception that I learned from the #1 ad agency in Manhattan. Wake up, because right after Weather and Sports, we begin.
You got to stand out, and we'll tell you how. It's 7:14. It's 7:23 on WTIC, and you will hear it here. All right, guys, time for, as you know, Alden Davis is a world-renowned, actually true, corporate consultant, background in engineering, but kind of goes around and helps companies deal with their problems. But we're doing it for you for nothing this morning. And this morning, you're right. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you can't have the proper image, you're in trouble.
That's right. 90% of consumer buying behavior is unconscious, according to Martin Lindstrom, citing results from new fMRI research in his book, Biology. What's this mean to us and our ability to thrive in these uncertain times is today's topic, the power of perception. With World War II well underway, a new field of work evolved dealing with public relations. As the field became established and mature, a specialty developed called image management. I had the great opportunity to learn the essence of this work from the #1 ad agency in Manhattan. The purpose of image management is to shift perceptions through stories and imagery and thereby mold opinions. Coach asks you today, are you consciously trying to mold people's opinions of you through the image you present? More simply stated, are you aware of how you come across to others? If you're thinking, hey, they need to accept me the way I am, my response is, in a highly competitive market, we need every edge we can get. That is, if you want to thrive. If you have no personal power, then take what the world dishes out to you. But if you want increasing control, start by crafting your image. Packaging is important. Through incredible networking, my son landed an on-site interview with an equity capital group in the city. He just found out they are looking at 2 other candidates. Well, you don't even get in the door without a certain level of pedigree. I couldn't do it. When the bar is so high, you can be sure personal presentation is part of the selection process. Do you look the part? My daughter works in the high fashion district in the city, and as she says, details count. It is important to look the part. One of the key tenets of image management is image not explicitly defined by me will be defined by someone else. If you go to one of our finer clothiers interviewing for a job and you show up with a stain on your jacket, do you think you're helping or hurting your cause? Your image spoke volumes before you even opened your mouth. By not attending to the image you wanted to convey, you ceded control to the other person. We know people act on information in their own perceived best interest, so why leave your image to chance? When I dress for work, I leave nothing to chance. Everything is thought through, right down to my choice of lapel pins. The pace of my walk, the speed of my talk, the energy, the dress is all thought through. Image management is an ongoing effort, not a one-time event. A priest wears a collar. A doctor has a white lab coat. Pilots wear epaulets. Corporate execs wear lace shoes and nice suits. PhDs have a robe with 3 bands on the sleeve. Image can be so definable that Braun's running a new ad on the New York subway showing which facial hair goes with each borough. Mine is Queens. The ad is posted at myvaluetree.com as today's handout. What dress is appropriate for how you want to be perceived? And remember, don't dress for where you are, dress for where you want to be. But again, it's more than clothes. It is my entire package. It is awareness of how I am perceived and the image I am conveying. That said, image gets me in the door, but eventually image and reality must be congruent. I have heard a person labeled a stuffed suit by a senior executive. This means they look good on the outside and have nothing on the inside. You must perform. If you are the best in your field, you can then become eccentric in your image, but not until then. Look at the hairstyles on some of the high-end attorneys. Hardly a groomed look, but when you're that good, it actually becomes part of their image. A good idea which does nothing is not a good idea. It's like a Rube Goldberg, an over-engineered solution to a very simple problem. Creating a finely crafted image without a strategy is equally dumb. So here we go. I'm giving you the first 3 questions in my 9-step approach. Who is your target audience? It can be an individual or groups of people. Your target audience are the people on your pathway to what you want. They are the influencers in your future. Without them, you cannot thrive, let alone reach your goals. For each one listed, what is the desired image you want them to have of you? Do you want them to see you as competent, promotable 3 levels up, a go-getter, investable, worthy of special developmental assignments, trustworthy, creative, responsible? When they hear you name, what do you want them thinking? Great person or... And here is the big question, why? Why do you want them to have this image of you? This is the most important question you answer. You must be clear about the opinion you are trying to influence. Once this is known, then the creativity begins on how to craft that image. Always aware that performance rules at the end of the day. Chef Ramsay, crafted image. Ruffled hair, chef coat. He looks the part and we listen to him. Jim Cramer, no matter where he is, rolled up sleeves, broken tie, hyper-enthusiastic speech, like he just dashed off the trading floor and is giving you the hot tip. Remember, image not explicitly defined by me will be defined by someone else. Please don't outsource something this important to other people. These are our days. I'm Coach Davis.
Well done. That was a good one. I really like that one.
Well, and the nice thing about radio is you craft the image through your sheer voice.
Which is why I always dress up on Saturdays.
That's
well,
it.
No. I'll tell you the truth. There was actually, I remember this, the radio station in Chicago, WCFL, and their program director insisted, and it was a top 40 station, but he insisted that the guys on the air wore ties and coats. Well, they just do it here.
Well, there are certain...
Do it here. And his thing was, nobody's going to know. And he says, yes, but you'll know. In other words, the guys were going, well, come on, nobody can see me. So, he said, no, but you'll know, and it makes a difference.
I want you to dress like a professional.
You want to talk about let's give you an example of image management. This is image